So we started the preparation of haloalkene, and the first reaction is from alcohol to haloalkene, and you can use three different types of reagent, basically hydrogen halides, HX, or you can use phosphorus halides, or you can use thionyl chloride. Among these three methods, the third method is more preferred because the byproducts are gases and you are directly getting a pure product. Then we also discuss that the same method cannot be adopted in the case of a phenol, which is aromatic alcohol. The reason being OH group in phenol is not free, so they cannot be replaced using HX or SaCl2 or phosphorus chloride. That is the first and second question. Third question, concentrated sulfuric acid is not used during the reaction of alcohols with Ki. That means if you see in this reaction, the third one and the first. If you see this reaction, and if you use the first one where you are using sulfuric acid, but for the third one, ROH with potassium iodide. With potassium iodide, you are not using sulfuric acid. Instead, you are using phosphoric acid. So that is a question. Concentrated sulfuric acid is not used during the reaction of alcohols with Ki. Why? Instead of sulfuric acid, they use phosphoric acid when it was.
Ma'am, because if you put concentrated H2SO4, it will oxidize, right? Because there will be HI, and instead, since it's HI, it will become it will give I2 gas rather than alkyl halide, right? So it will oxidize. That's why we cannot use it, right?
Yes, Kritya, correct. That means potassium iodide, if you use as a reagent, what happens is like potassium iodide will be converted into HI. Once HI is formed, being concentrated sulfuric acid is the oxidizing agent. So oxidizing agent, it's one of a good oxidizing agent, sulfuric acid. It will oxidize the HI to I2 gas. So if a gas mean it will escape. That means rather than a substitution reaction, potassium iodide, the I minus is undergoing oxidation to I2. So that means there is no replacement reaction possible. You cannot replace the OH group with I. Instead, I minus ions, that is HI, is converted to I minus is converted to I2 gas. That means oxidation is happening because sulfuric acid is the oxidizing agent. So that is the answer you should be writing. Sulfuric acid is a good strong oxidizing agent which will be oxidizing HI to I2 gas. So no replacement reaction or substitution reaction possible. Sulfuric acid is an oxidizing agent and oxidizes HI to I2 gas.
Ma'am, can you repeat the statement, please?
Concentrated sulfuric acid is an oxidizing agent and it will oxidizes HI. It will oxidizes HI to I2.
Ma'am, so for the NABR one, there also it forms HBr first. And
but
then
that oxidation is not easy like in the case of an iodine. Iodine converting into I2.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, that conversion is won't be there. Like it can't form like HI or like that. This kind of reaction is not happening with that. For iodine, this is the special reaction. Okay. So what we have discussed is only one method of preparation of haloalkane, and the starting material was alcohol. So alcohol to haloalkane using different reagents. So that is the first set of reaction. Okay, so now we are moving to the second set of reaction where the starting compound is hydrocarbon. Basically, all the reactions which we're going to discuss in this slide, you have already studied in grade 11. That's what the advantage of organic. Everywhere you can see the same reaction repeating in here and there in this same direction or in the opposite direction. The reaction is interconnected in all the chapters. So this is what you already learned. That is why even in your textbook, the reactions are not given. Instead, they are written. Please refer your grade 11 textbook for the reaction. So first thing, hydrocarbons can be an alkane or an alkene. If you have an alkane, like say example, simple example, just give me a minute, it's stuck. Methane in presence of chlorine, you will get CH3Cl. It's a free radical substitution in presence of light. That was the only reaction of an alkane that we studied last year, other than the combustion. Methane, in presence of light, it will react with chlorine, forming CH3Cl. So this is the one method of preparing haloalkane, that is from alkanes. But if you have an alkene means there are two different methods to convert an alkene to an haloalkane. First is treating with HX. HCl, HBr, HI, anything. X is generally in a halogen. So you can see what you will get is CH3, CH2, X. We discussed about Markovnikov's rule, all these things related to this addition. So please refer your textbook or your last year's notebook for more details. We are not going into the detail this year. So read what we discussed last year for more details. Second one, again an alkene. If you treat it with halogen like chlorine directly, you will get CH2Cl, CH2Cl. So these kind of products, that is haloalkanes, can be prepared from hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon can be an alkane. If it's an alkane, there is only one method, that is free radical substitution reaction in presence of light. And if it's an alkene, you can either add hydrogen halide or you can even add halogens. And in this one only we discussed Markovnikov's addition. How many of you still remember? It was in only March. I think in last Feb we discussed, last part of organic only we discussed. What is Markovnikov's addition? Markovnikov's addition. Anybody?
Ma'am, the alpha beta carbon.
The hydrogen will go to the pot with more hydrogen molecules. I mean atoms.
That means when you're adding an unsymmetrical alkene, if it's a symmetrical, then there is no change. If you're adding to an unsymmetrical, I will write one example once you finish writing this. What is alpha and beta carbon, Siddharth?
Like I was saying, like there's the alpha carbon is the one with the more electrons.
I think you're talking about beta elimination. That is different. We discussed that is elimination reaction with beta, from where you will remove the substances from the beta position. Functional group and the beta position of hydrogen in the beta position.
Oh.
That is based on the Zaitsev rule.
Okay.
Is
Done?
it thing where is Markovnikov addition where when an acid is added when an acid is added to the asymmetric alkene and as the hydrogen attaches it to the carbon having more number of like hydrogen substituents and
Yeah, that's what
halide.
Jonathan said. Yeah, correctly. I'll explain, but I'm just waiting for to erase what I have already written in the slide.
Ma'am,
Let me,
are
yeah.
the reactions from last year, like not the rules, ma'am, the reactions, are they important for this year, like conversions,
There are
this?
some reactions that are like this, which you have studied there in grade 11, but is related to what we are studying. So you can expect.
Okay, ma'am.
Done? So I'll take an example to revise what is Markovnikov's rule. Just one example. I'm not going to detail or to waste the time. Just one.
Ma'am, an addition of halogen will be anti-Markovnikov.
Anti-Markovnikov is when you have got a peroxide as a reagent. Anti-Markovnikov is all rash effect. It's known as peroxide effect. That is when you add peroxide along with the reagent. So here, if you simply add HX Markovnikovs, if you add peroxide also along with it, then it is anti-Markovnikovs. That is the rash effect or peroxide effect. Anyway, I'm not going into all the detail, just one example to discuss. What will be the major product and the minor product if you add HX, or I'll take HBr in this reaction? What will be the major product and the minor product? Apply Markovnikov's rule and get the answer. What is Markovnikov's rule? If you have HBr, hydrogen halide, it will be added as H and Br on different carbon atom, right? Where there is a double bond, there only addition will happen. So on which carbon hydrogen will get attached and on which carbon bromine will get attached is decided by Markovnikov's rule. And as per this rule, hydrogen will go to that carbon containing more number of carbon. So here you have one hydrogen and here you have two hydrogen. That means hydrogen will go here. So that the bromine have to go there. So that means the final product will be CH3, more number of hydrogen. Because it is in the double bond is breaking. So there are only two carbon which is in double bond. So only at those carbon the addition will happen. But which one will go on which carbon is decided by Markovnikov's rule. So hydrogen will go to those carbon where there is more number of hydrogen, mean here you have already two hydrogen. So third one also will go and the final product, the major product is this, which is 2-bromopropane. Very good memory power, right? You should be proud of it. Because anything happen or whatever you will be forgetting in months, 1 or 2. Yes? That complete silence. I really want to see the faces, but now okay. Last period. Okay. The last set of reactions which we are discussing for the preparation, and that too are very important because they are named reaction. So like that itself, you can expect what is Finkelstein reaction and Schwarz reaction. So here you can see, if you take the third method, so first method was from alcohol, second method from hydrocarbon, and the third reaction is by a halogen exchange. Already you got a halide alkyl halide where you can replace it with another halide. Already you got CH3Cl and this can be converted to CH3I, that is exchanging one halogen with another. That is what halogen method, and basically there are two different halogen method reaction, exchange method reaction, halogen exchange method. First one is Finkelstein reaction where you take a chloride or a bromide and you treat it with sodium iodide in acetone and the product will be alkyl iodide. This is a particular reaction for the preparation of alkyl iodide. Very specific. You can't prepare anything other than that. If you want to convert a chloromethane or a bromomethane to iodomethane, then you have to use Finkelstein reaction with sodium iodide in acetone. So these are specific name reaction. There you have to study as such the reagent, the reactant, the product, everything in the order. Other than that general reaction, you can just need an outlook. What is the reactant, product and the reagent only. I mean not the exact example, but here it should be very specific when you are learning. Because in all the other method, we can see that most of the reaction, the product were chloro compounds. You're getting chloro products or bromo products very easily from a hydrocarbon or an alcohol. So iodo product and fluoro product is not very easy to prepare from an alcohol or an hydrocarbon. So what they do is like once they prepare a halo compound, then they do the halogen exchange method to get iodo or fluoro compound. So that is why these two reactions are important and known as halogen exchange. Already you got an alkyl halide. That is your haloalkane. Already you got it. But you need a iodo product or you need a fluoro product. That is why we are doing an halogen exchange. One halogen exchanged with another halogen. Specifically in for Finkelstein it is iodine. And in Schwarz reaction we are using fluoride. Like you are substituting it with fluorine atom. So Schwarz reaction, again the same thing you can see, you take a chloro or bromo reactant, haloalkane with chloroalkane or chloromethane, bromomethane, anything, and you treat it with silver fluoride. So that the product will be R. That means like this, CH3Br plus AgF gives you CH3F, because this you cannot prepare using alcohol or hydrocarbon. So that is the reason why we are following halogen exchange method basically for a iodo or a fluoro product. Chloro and bromo product you can either prepare from an alcohol or a hydrocarbon. It's easy, that method. It's very easy to prepare those products. But iodo and fluoro products can be prepared by halogen exchange and they got specific name reaction. Fluoro products, only for those. Schwarz reaction, they repeatedly ask for 1 mark question, 2 mark question, like 2 different name reaction. They usually, because it's fluoro compound, very rare in other way. Iodo products still you can get with potassium iodide with alcohol, but Schwarz fluoro compounds, there is no other method other than Schwarz. That's the only way you can prepare fluoro compound. So these are the different methods of preparing haloalkanes. So we are done the preparation of haloalkanes. Previous slide.
Ma'am, we should start making a chart for all this.
Sorry?
Ma'am, you told us to make a chart, right?
Chart in the sense, take A4 paper and using color pen or pencil, something like that, write the heading, converting an alcohol to haloalkane. What are the reagent used? Similarly, converting an hydrocarbon to haloalkane. Third one, converting halogen exchange method, but here rather than a method, the named reactions are important. So that also you write it, Finkelstein reaction. So in the chapter haloalkanes and haloarene, by the end, if you start writing everything in a paper, by the end of the chapter, you know all the reactions separately, and every time you can refer them for the so that it will be more easy to understand. You cannot sit and study like a theory organic. You can't sit and study like a theory content kind of topics. This one, it's like a practicing and going through it again and again and again. Sodium iodide. Yeah. Because this is a named reaction because that particular scientist or a particular university, they have done a research on a particular reaction with a particular reagent. That's why it's a named reaction. There is a specific pattern of them. It may not be trying with other, it may not work with other type of compounds. So this is after their research, they found a specific reaction which gives you a specific product. That's why all the named reactions are different from each other. Okay, so I'll just stop it here. I don't teach anything, like I don't want to teach the next topic now, but I got few questions based on what we discussed only today, what we discussed based on the preparation. So can we just try it till the bell goes? First one, it's a cyclohexanol. 6-membered, it's not a benzene because there is no ring or double bond inside. So it's a cyclohexanol and thionyl chloride. What will be the main product? Because they ask you to write only major and monohalo products. So what will be the main product? What will happen if you treat, what is thionyl chloride? What will happen?
Substitution.
Substitution. So OH group will be substituted with chlorine. Because SOCl2, it's a substitution reaction. OH will be substituted with the chlorine. So only you have to write the major product. So that is the major product. Second one, it's a yeah, SOCl. Byproducts is not important because they are written in the question major monohalo product. And in organic, we basically look for major products. Second one, it's a benzene ring with NO2 and CH2CH3 as a branches on benzene ring. And you're treating it with bromine, heat or UV light. So what will happen? What is the reaction? That's what you need to identify. Heat or UV light mean automatically it should be clicking here. Where is the only reaction that you learn where you're using UV light heat? Which displacement? Where you learned that UV light reaction? Just check in and all.
From alkanes.
From alkanes to free radical substitution. That means here nothing will happen to the benzene ring or NO2 group. Only reaction will happen to the alkane part. Because it's a reaction specific to alkane. So what will be your product? You will have your benzene. No change will happen because this is a condition for substitution on alkane or an alkane chain. So here nothing will happen to benzene or NO2, that will be there. And here it will become CH2, CH2Cl. One hydrogen, just like methane plus Cl2. I mean it's a Br, so you have to write it as Br, sorry. Okay, it's changing as CH3Cl, no? Same reaction, but it is given you to confuse you because you may think it's a reaction of a benzene ring. It's not a reaction of benzene ring because it's a substitution, free radical substitution. So in CH2, CH3 will become CH2, CH2Br. I'll write it again. I'll draw it again here clearly. Just take a screenshot and try solving the other questions, because I'll draw the product here, okay? So that it will be here. NO2 will be there, no change, because it's only an reaction of an alkane. So the product will be this. Bromine will be there on alkane chain. Benzene or NO2 will not have any other changes, because this is a free radical substitution for alkanes. Try the other ones also, similar way. Can we just discuss third one before leave, because I don't think that I'll be continuing it tomorrow, but just third question, just check your understanding. Then we'll go. Third one, you have benzene with OH and CH2OH, two substituent. This is OH and this is CH2OH, and you're treating with HCl. HCl means OH group will be converted to chlorine, right? So my question, will both the OH will get replaced or only one or none? We already discussed that. Which one?
The one on CH2OH.
Why not the other OH?
Because it's not free.
That's what we discussed already. Because this OH is part of benzene ring, directly attached to the benzene. So this OH is not free. So you cannot substitute with normal reagent like this. So the product will be here benzene, OH without change, but this OH will change to CH2Cl. Because this OH is part of a branch chain carbon. It's not part of a benzene ring, not attached to the benzene ring directly. So only those OH can be replaced. For aromatic alcohol, phenol, where OH is directly part of the benzene ring, you cannot do a substitution reaction with HCl. So this is what usually ask in entrance test and all, when you are NEET and all, because it's a very simple reaction, but most of you will get confused whether both the OH will get replaced or not. So thank you. I hope you have taken the screenshot, and please practice if you get time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
And this fourth one is actually Markovnikov's. And this is iodine reaction, sodium iodide and acetone, Finkelstein reaction. Third one is also direct question. I mean sixth one. You can do it. Rest 3 are like. Fourth one is, yeah, Markovnikov's addition. You have to consider hydrogen will go to that carbon containing more hydrogen. Yeah. So fourth one is Markovnikov's addition. Fifth one is direct question. It's a Finkelstein reaction. Sodium iodide and acetone, that one. And the last one is adding bromine. Both the double bond will break and bromine will be added on both the carbon. Anyway, if you have doubt, we'll discuss. Otherwise, we'll continue with the next reaction tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.